Hello, hello, luminaries. It is Leslie Tagorda here, and we are just about to start March. Oh my goodness. So, I wanted to try out something a little bit different. If you are a member of my free Facebook group, The Savvy Luminary, I asked the question there recently if people prefer long episodes where I'm talking and teaching or doing an interview plus the astrology of the upcoming week, or if they prefer little bite sized pieces. So, we're going to try something a little bit different where I'm going to be separating out the episodes for maybe, we shall see, delivering 2 weekly episodes. Oh gosh, sorry, Jeff. Delivering 2 weekly episodes, little more bite sized pieces where 1 week on Sundays, I'll send out the astrology highlights for the upcoming week. And then during the middle of the week, I will share some tips about how to show up as the luminary leader you were born to be. Aloha! Welcome to the Savvy Luminary, an astrology podcast for entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Leslie Tagorda, an Aquarius boss woman, a brand designer, and business astrologer. I help visionary spiritual entrepreneurs and impact makers just like you reach your highest potential and become the luminaries you are star charted to be. All right, are you excited? For today's episode, we are again trying something new. And today I wanted to focus on the astrology of the month and our first week of March. All right. So we are fully in Pisces season. And, Pisces is one of these kind of interesting zodiacs because it's really hard to define, right? But at the core of Pisces, at the core of its compassion and its empathy and its wanting to connect to spirit and the interconnectedness of everything, there's this element of feeling free and making things more easy. So in March, the theme that I want to play with is flowing easily forward. So, if we look back to February, you were really able to rethink what the future meant for you and your business, right? We had that big Mercury retrograde that helped us kind of analyze what social values for which we were going to take a stand to call in our larger communities in our business. All of those Aquarian energies right around the new moon a few weeks ago. You may have even gotten a glimmer of exactly what you wanted to do in your business. And in March, our glimmer is going to get so much brighter and clearer. Oh my gosh, I am so for it. I'm recording this and we're done with our Mercury retrograde, but wow, I'm still really feeling the effects of this shadow period. I've actually never really felt a Mercury retrograde as intensely as this one, I guess, because of all of my personal Aquarian energies. Wondering if that is happening for you as well. So in March, we will finally be able to get an understanding of what needs up leveling in our business and how to create that with sustainability and equity. Right. And as well as we're going to get these really big insights as to the people that we are supposed to co-lead and co-create with. Now, don't worry if you don't have all of the clear answers yet, because we are moving in that right direction. As March unfolds, we are going to see all of the planets moving forward and quickly through the sky. This is the only full month of 2021 we are going to have all direct motion, meaning no planets will appear to be moving backwards or in retrograde, right? The next planet that moves retrograde will be Pluto at the end of April. So this, 6 week period, we finally get some hope, some lightness. So normally this is a great thing. However, Mars and Venus after March 21st and Mercury, three of our personal planets, are going to be spending time in signs that do not feel like home. Right. And what I mean by this is, and especially we're going to be feeling this on an intimate level, because our personal planets, meaning Mercury, Mars, and Venus, these planets are the closest to Earth, right? So we feel their energies and their archetypes really intensely. And so when they are in signs that they're not terribly comfortable in, we're going to get those effects too. So when Mars moves out of Taurus and into scattered Gemini, he's going to feel like he can't really focus his priorities. And then Venus, while she just moved into Pisces, she's only going to be there for a few weeks. And by the end of the month, Venus is going to be moving into assertive Aries, where she can't spend time to luxuriate. And while Mercury, is finally going direct, it's still going through the shadow zone. And as soon as it gets out of its shadow zone, it's only going to spend two more days until it hits into illogical Pisces. And Mercury in Pisces, this is where communication is reflected and refracted until it looks like an abstract painting. So with all of this kind of contrarian energy with Mars in Gemini, scattered Gemini, Venus in assertive Aries, and Mercury in illogical Pisces, it's like you're moving into your in-laws' house because you don't particularly get along with them while your home is being remodeled. Things are moving forward, but you're certainly not yet in your comfort zone. The show must go on. And while things don't feel super comfortable, this indeed is the break that we have been waiting for to make the gains that we need in our business. So March's star powers in our business are going to support the energy to connect to our divine. Yes, that all that Pisces energy, that interconnectedness to our divine and our highest self, so that we can really understand our highest purpose with more ease and flow in our work. Our work is not just about hustle, it's about doing things that feel easy and in alignment. Also, with all of this March star powers, we're going to be using our imagination, right? Mercury in Pisces, which is very illogical, is highly artistic and imaginative. And it's going to push us beyond words in order to communicate. Very exciting if you're doing any art projects or design projects or even video or music projects. Yes. March is also going to allow us to heighten our frequency to connect and create with ease and flow. Again, all of this Piscean energy. And then when we hit the equinox and Aries comes in, we are going to be able to find our perfect balance of leadership and partnership. Of course, the Aries being the me, but now knowing in this ideal that it's not just about me, it's about we and that partnership. So again, in this month in March, we are going to be seeing all planets going direct. Mars will be entering Gemini from March 3rd to April 22nd. So, that's going to really give us the ability to motivate on dialogue and engagement, even though we might not feel so focused. Mercury is going to be entering Pisces, where we get to really go beyond words and beyond logic to communicate and express and engage from March 15th through April 3rd. And then Venus and the Sun both enter Aries on our equinox on March 21st. Of course, we have our two big lunations, so mark your calendar for March 13th for our new moon in Pisces at 23 degrees of Pisces so that you can really move and work in your business with more ease and flow. And then, of course, we have our full moon on March 28th in Libra, which is going to show us all of the ways that we are blocking ourselves from aligned leadership and partnership. So those are the highlights for March. Let's look at the astrology of February 28th through March 6th. So on the 28th, and I talked about this in the last episode, we have our full moon in Virgo. Depending where on the world you live, it'll either be happening on Saturday the 27th or Sunday the 28th. Full moon in Virgo is a time to celebrate our wins around creating organization and efficiency in our business, right? We're looking at the holistic health when we are thinking through the Virgo themes. And, full moons, as a reminder, are about recognizing and illuminating all of the successes. Like if you look back to your Virgo new moon 6 months ago and you look at your new moon intentions there, you can kind of see and celebrate and give thanks to what you have since manifested. And if you haven't yet manifested your new moon intentions from 6 months ago, from that Virgo new moon, then it is time for you to get really truthful with yourself and recognize what held you back from accomplishing those goals, those intentions, and letting them go, just releasing them and recognizing what you need to improve upon. Right? Those are our full moon illuminations. It's always about letting go and giving thanks. Now, when you're letting go, oftentimes there's this element of forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for not accomplishing your intentions, but also forgiving others if you feel that there's others that kind of impeded you, and looking at other deeper things, seen and unseen, that may have prevented you from actualizing your intention. Now, it also could be something that, hey, that intention just doesn't serve you anymore. And so acknowledge that. That's what these full moons are about. Then on Wednesday, March 3rd at exactly 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, Mars enters Gemini. Oh my goodness. So again, when Mars is entering Gemini, our motivation can be really scattered. However, if we understand how to really use this energy, we're able to ask ourselves, what is our true motivation? And are we prioritizing the right things, right? And because Mars is in Gemini, Mars is our ability to initiate and prioritize and take direction, or be directed, right? When it's an airy and chatty Gemini, it wants to prioritize dialogue. It wants to prioritize engagement. It wants to prioritize sharing information. So March 3rd through April 22nd, during this time, you may feel like everything is urgent, right? Mars, that urgent feeling in Gemini is like everything, right? That overwhelming urgency. Mars isn't very comfortable in Gemini as he has no clear way to focus his energy. While things may feel scattered, you can really dig into this energy by prioritizing and sharing information and engaging with others. Mars loves initiating and gaining momentum, and at the highest expression of Gemini, Gemini loves creating dialogue and getting curious. So, with this season of Mars in Gemini, see how you can prioritize gaining information, sharing information, and taking the lead by opening up a conversation. Be sure to do as much listening as chatting. On March 4th, Mercury meets up with Jupiter in the sky. And when Mercury and Jupiter meet up, it's like the message, the communication, and the big vision, Jupiter. When those two energies meet, this is a great time to innovate and expand your message. So this happens exactly in the evening at 7:27 p.m. Pacific, 10:27 p.m. Eastern, again on March 4th, Thursday, for those of us in the Western Hemisphere. And so the theme is your innovative message expands. What vision is now clear that you have to express? If you've had on your calendar to rewrite some marketing material or to send out a press release or to share a training or anything to communicate your big message, this is a great day. So mark your calendar for that Thursday and Friday. It's a fantastic day to get your big message out further or to create a new message for impact. Right? If you've been struggling with your brand message and getting to that really important core message that you are here to bring into the world, this would be a really great day to dig in and use that energy. Mercury, our communications, and Jupiter, our expansiveness, meet up exactly today in innovative, social impact making Aquarius. Your thoughts, ideas, and what you say, Mercury, has a chance to go further, be enthusiastic, optimistic, and change beliefs. Jupiter. Because of this expansive energy, take today to write down your thoughts, share them on social media, and maybe even send out that press release you've been sitting on. And if you don't yet have your big message honed in, today would be a great day to spend some time with pen to paper and exploring your ideas to fine tune your big message for impact. Look to the meeting point of Mercury and Jupiter at Aquarius of 17 degrees Aquarius in your chart. Any planets in fixed signs near this point, so fixed Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, these energies, these planetary energies will add some creative tension. And any air signs near this 17-degree point of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius will be in flow with getting your big message out further. So hopefully that sparks some ideas for your big brand message that you are meant to share with the wider world. Then on March 5th, 2021, we have our fourth quarter moon in visionary Sagittarius, exactly at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And with any fourth quarter moon, this is an integration phase to relax. With Sagittarius, it's about relaxing and giving thanks. So this is not a time to hustle. This is a time to offer gratitude, right? That you can, and gratitude is this agent, this tool to change and elevate your vibration, right? So today, if you have a chance, make some time to relax and create space to feel free. So you can really use the energy of this fourth quarter Sagittarius moon. You've been working so hard, giving it your all. Resist the urge to hustle and achieve at all costs. That is a past pattern that is serving no one, especially you. Your creativity is desiring connection to spirit, and connection to your closest loved ones. Make the space to do this today and tell both spirit and your loved ones how much you appreciate them. The sun, our creativity, sits midpoint between Neptune, our connection to spirit, and Venus, our values and our connection to people, wanting to bring in all of this interconnectivity. It certainly does feel dreamy and creative. This last quarter moon phase, as I mentioned earlier, is an integration phase in our lives and business. It's a time to cultivate all that we have learned and assess what we want to continue with and what we want to turn back into the earth as nourishment for the seeds we've planted. With this Sagittarius fourth quarter moon, spend some time integrating and relaxing and feeling free. Visit somewhere with a vast landscape or view. That's that Sagittarian energy. So you can stretch your soul and feel the expanse. Freedom, gratitude, and optimism are your keys for today. Well, that's it for our test episode of separating the astrology from the other branding and learning episodes. So please let me know what you think. You can always leave a message for me on SpeakPipe. That's a service at speakpipe.com/the savvy luminary. You can leave me a love note or a message letting me know what you thought, or even asking a question, because every once in a while I will answer a user question on one of these episodes. But the greatest thing that you could do to me to pass things forward is to head over to Apple iTunes and leave a rating and review for this podcast. Let others know what you think, and each rating and review helps this podcast be more visible to listeners like you. So thank you so much for joining me today in this astrology weather focused episode with our March overview for our business StarCast. Until next time. Mahalo for listening to this brand new podcast. If you enjoyed learning about astrology for entrepreneurs, help me spread the word by sharing this podcast with your business besties, and hop over to The Savvy Luminary for links to episode notes and our free Facebook community where you can send me questions about astrology or branding, as well as connect with other like-minded businesses.